name's Helen and welcome to my studio. So today is the 1st of December, as we all know. It's an exciting day because it's the start of Advent for many, and also it's a new moon. And when we have this new moon, it brings possibilities of hope. It brings new beginnings, and it also brings a new form of energy, which actually I need at the moment. So I'm really embracing this new moon and what it can offer me. But for Advent, I really wanted to be part of Vlogmas this year. I've had a good think about it, and I thought, yeah, I really like to be part of Vlogmas. I'm not sure if I can do it every day. Depends on my energy levels, and to be honest, these days I really do like to live the slow life and not put myself under pressure at all. So I'll see how I feel, and we'll just go day by day. But today I'm excited because I have an Advent. I chose it myself, and I'm really excited about this Advent because it's quite a posh one, and I chose it for a reason, which I suppose you should choose your Advents for a reason anyway, shouldn't you? But this Advent is actually from Fortnum and Mason's. Oh yes, darling. I have gone for a really lovely Advent, and there is a reason behind it. So let's go and open it, and I can show you why I chose this particular Advent. And I'm really excited. Oh, also, talking about new moons, I've got something exciting to share with you later too. But let's go and get excited about the Advent. Come on. So before we start the unboxing, I just remembered I haven't put no jewellery on. Every day I put jewellery on, but today I was excited to start the new Vlogmas and say hello to everybody, and I forgot. So I'm just going to pop on from my new collection. So these are my own. I'll keep these. These are as happy as a moonbeam. That's how I'm feeling today. Happy as a moonbeam. All this new energy flying around. So let's just pop these in. I've taken these out to the inventory, so I need to update the inventory. But I think they're quite appropriate for today. I've been busy making, hence why I haven't done many videos, much vlogging, because I've been so busy with things. An exciting project that I got later that I haven't been doing a lot of vlogging. I'll tell you all exciting news later, and you'll understand, what's been going on. Anyway, I digress. Look at this. First of all, it says Fortnum and Mason's, and I did open it, and when I opened it I went, oh, wow. So that's the moment I wanted to give you. So I'm just going to untape it again. Just peel off. I wanted to try and keep the Fortnum and Mason's bit if I could, as you do. But let's see if I can just open this box. Oh, there's a pulley thing on it. There we go. That'll be better. And look at that. Yes, I have chosen. Oh, that was the box, not me. Yes, I have chosen Fortnum and Mason's Tea Lovers Advent Calendar. And I'm really excited about it for quite a few reasons. But first, let's get Advent number 1 open and get the kettle on. Just pop this down out of the way. It's a nice big box. So let's see what number 1 is like. I want to try and preserve the box. I haven't opened this bit, so let's do it together. 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, that is beautiful, isn't it? Oh, look at that. It's always time for tea. The countdown starts, the kettle sings, an Advent door opens, a new day begins. But what tea or infusion is waiting inside? Which spectacular brew will the Advent provide? A rare find or a classic? Your teacup is calling. Pour a cup of good cheer on this December morning. Oh my God, I love that. So let's have a look at what we're going to get for number 1, and then we'll get the kettle on. So there's number 1. I'm so excited. Normally I just get chocolates, so not that I, I still get chocolates. Not sure how I'm supposed to open this. Oh, I don't really want to push it in. Oh, there we go. Oh, I see. Right, okay, so there's a little, you take off the foil, and there's a little bit of foil on top. So I've taken off the foil, and then there's this gorgeous little tea bag waiting for me. I need to go and get my glasses to see what it says. Hang on a sec. Okay, so it says, ooh, it's the Royal Blend. So I don't know if it says, oh, here we go, on the back. Clean my glasses so I can see. Okay, the Royal Blend. In this classic Fortnum's blend, low-grown flowery pekoe from Sri Lanka lends an uplifting note to the maltier Assam to make for a very traditional cup of tea. And then it gives you the ingredients, which is obviously tea. And it even says it's best for brewing, heat freshly drawn water to 100 degrees and brew for 3 to 5 minutes. And best served with a little splash of milk. So that's what I'm going to do. So come on then, let's go and put the kettle on, because I've still got lots of things to share with you. So let's go and make a brew. So I've got my Royal Blend, and I'm going to go by the guidelines that they said how to make that particular tea. I think they'd be a really, really good way of doing it to get the flavours. However, there's a couple of things I'm going to change. Obviously, when they say add your milk, they're on about full cream milk. And I'm just not a full cream person. I can't take it. So I am changing to skimmed milk, which may alter the taste a little bit, but sometimes we've got to make a compromise. The other thing is, I'm not going to steep it in my mug. I've chosen this mug because I think it's going to be quite a dark tea, so I thought we'd get old tuppence out and put our tea in there. But I'm going to use my little infusion teapot, and it's the one I use for ginger and thyme and the herbal teas. And I'm going to pop this in there. So let's get brewing. So the moment of truth. Let's try this tea. Well, it's absolutely delightful. I really thought it was going to be very rich. When I was pouring the water into the infuser, it was a very rich, dark tea. But actually, you can tell that it's florally. It's very gentle, it's very subtle, but the flavours are quite intense, which sounds a bit odd, but it doesn't taste too tea-like. There's also a lovely smell and aroma of flowers. It's just delightful. It really is. And they call it the Royal Blend, and I'm wondering whether that has to do with royalty. Perhaps this is their favourite tea from Fortnum & Mason's. I don't know. But it does give a sense of elegance and a real sense of yeah, I could start the day easily enough on this tea. I think that it would really perk up your senses and, yeah, I mean, really, really get your day going. It's a very happy tea. It's not heavy, it's not tangy, hasn't got that tannin taste. I'm delighted. So cheers. And it would go very nice with a nice chocolate biscuit. Yeah. A good slurping tea, that one. I'm going to give that out of 10. Do you know what? I'm actually going to give it a 10. I'm surprised by it. The beautiful aromas that are coming off it. Yeah, I'm going to give that one a 10. So if you're wondering why I chose Fortnum & Mason's Tea Advent, it's because it did mention in there about floral teas, and it said that it's taken the herb teas one step forward. I've used herbs for years, and I love ginger and lemon and the mint, you know, all the usual ones, and the thyme and the oregano, and I drink quite regularly and I love it, you know, with a little drop of honey just to sweeten it. Absolutely delightful. But I had my eyes open to floral teas, and in 2025 I'd really like to plant my own little tea garden, I suppose it would be, with the herbs that I love and the flowers that go so well with all these different teas. I mean, not everything will grow, I know, we're in Wales, so some of the plants, you know, won't last 2 minutes, if I'm honest, with the rain and the wind. But I'm going to give it a go, and that's what I'd like to do this year, is really not just go into the herbs, but really go into the floral, the more floral, the more flower type of drinks. So that's what I'm looking to do. I'll put a link below. I have been doing lots of research already, and Gaz Oakley has a great little vlog about teas that I found very interesting, so I'll pop that in the description below if you want to have a look. But this tea is really delicious, so while it's still hot, I'm going to have another few sips. Oh yeah, this tea is so delicious I can't put it down. I'm actually really surprised how much I like it. I'm digressing now because I really wanted to show you something really exciting. It's really exciting for me because it has taken a long time for me to put together, and it's one of the reasons why I haven't been able to vlog so often, because I very much live in my creative mind. But for this project that I've been doing, I needed to focus on the other side of my brain and really look at the business and technical side of my brain. To be honest, I don't go into that very often, so it does take me away from creativity. However, I had such a lovely response from all lovely people from all around the world about my jewellery that I'm making, and even about a thank you card. Somebody actually ordered a card from me that I had painted, which I was like delighted by, but really, humbled by as well. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe, somebody liked a painting that I did. However, there wasn't really anywhere that I can display these things to create sort of freebies or competitions. I didn't have anywhere for that. So I've created a brand new website, and it's taken me a while. I have created websites before, so it's not my first gig, but I really wanted to get this sort of right. And the biggest problem I had was the name. I really searched long and hard about a name, and I'll tell you something in another vlog or another time of my AI journey actually with the name, and yeah, that it was quite interesting what happened. But anyway, I wanted something that was close to my heart, that I really resonated with, and the biggest thing of all, I wanted to name my studio after the name. So this, I can finally say, is the launch of my website. So drum roll please while I rush over there and tell you more about it. I'm going to take my tea with me though, it's gorgeous. After months and months of hard work, I can now tell you that the name of the studio is lightofthemoonstudio.com. Yay! I can't describe how long it's taken to find this name, and it actually, I found the name as you do on the beach. So what happened was I went down, oh let me get a seat so I can finish drinking. So I sat on a bench down on the beach, just pondering really, watching the waves coming in and just thinking, oh, you know, what's appropriate. I want to be it, you know, from the heart, that it's going to be authentic. And I really struggled with it, to be honest. I came out with all sorts of weird names. And this amazing lady came and sat down by me on the bench. And her name is Christine. She introduced herself and her name was Christine. And we was having a good old chat, and we were actually talking about the wild swimmers, because we got wild swimmers in Pembrokeshire, in Saundersfoot, and they're called the blue tits. They're also called the Pembrokeshire chilies, our sort of area, and how wonderful it is, you know, that it brings so much therapy and hope and life to so many people. And we were sat there chatting, and then we started talking about there just being a full moon, and I was saying since I was a young child I was mesmerised by the moon that cast its light across the sea, because at Saundersfoot it rises right in the centre of the horizon. The moon rises up in the centre and it casts its wonderful luminosity across the sea and onto the beach, and there's nothing like walking that beach in that moonlight. It really bathes you. You're not the only one there, mind, because there's usually a lot of people doing it, but it's very quiet, and it's a very surreal moment. And I've been doing that since probably the age of 8, you know, since I can remember. And I was saying that there's nothing better than to walk by the light of the moon. And Christine looked at me and said, that's the name you want to call your new studio. And I thought, yeah, she's right. But as you do, you know, I checked all the websites and what was available, and by the light of the moon there's so many wonderful films and books and poetry and artists, and it was already gone. But lightofthemoonstudio.com was still available, so I nabbed it up quickly and thought how appropriate, since a childhood really enjoying all those moments of walking in the moon. But also I've got a glass roof on my studio, and quite often I'm sat here bathed in the moonlight while I'm making. So it really resonated with me, and it feels right. And I think when something feels right, you've got to go for it, haven't you? So cheers to the lightofthemoonstudio.com. So I thought we'd just pop down to the beach. There was a full moon. I managed to take some video of it. The last one was November the 15th. So Andrew and I popped down to try and capture some of that essence. I hope you enjoy it. So the beach is beautifully lit by the moonlight tonight. So we thought we'd take a stroller on the beach and just enjoy the magic that the moon brings, and yeah, walk by the light of the moon. It's beautiful evening. It's actually really dark except for the moonlight. quite a lot of stars out as well. Hope you enjoy it as much as we do. Go for a moonlit dip now, love. And the nudie woodies. Oh yeah. Yeah, I just saw somebody earlier. And how wonderful and how magical was that? You can't get the full atmosphere, of course, because you've seen it through a lens, and the moon was a lot bigger than it looked, and we didn't quite capture it as it was rising because it was a bit cloudy and a bit rainy to start with, so it wasn't until it rose a bit that we managed to capture that footage. And the tide was rolling in, and the waves were all excited to see the new moon, the full moon, and so was I. So I think it is really appropriate that it's the new moon now, and we've named our studio. I'm doing a bit of Vlogmas. I've got the advent calendar going. I got so much to look forward to. Tomorrow I am making, yes, I'm making day 2 of Vlogmas. I'm making a tree, and then all will be explained what my plans are for the next coming days. But until tomorrow, enjoy today, and don't forget, it's a day full of hope. It's a day full of new beginnings, and it's a day that you can harness some of that natural energy. So cheers, and cheers to the lightofthemoonstudio.com. And please don't forget to create the life you love, even if it's one step at a time. Love you.